Right, so it's been a few days now because I've been waiting for my £2 gasket set to come in the post before I could take apart this carb and have a look inside. Right, so here we go. A little walbro. Now I had a quick look on the website. Actually, I saw an official walbro YouTube vid of how to rebuild these, and they specify some special tools which I haven't got, so we might have to ad-lib a little bit. So here's a top screw, magnetic screwdriver. Don't remember which way this comes apart. That should be pretty obvious. For the time being, I'll leave these on here for now because there's lots of different, there's gaskets, little reed valves and stuff which need to go in a specific order, and I want to match these up. So for the time being, I'm just going to take it apart and give the actual body a clean out with some carb cleaner. There's a tiny filter in there. It does look pretty clean though. What I'm suspecting is, and the reason this didn't run, is either some sort of blockage in here, or after research I found out that this doesn't have a float pole, but there's a diaphragm in here which basically opens and closes a float needle which allows fuel to flow, okay, and that hardens, which, you know, over time, or even lack of use, it's a little bit crusty. Come off of there. Yeah. There's a little it's not rock hard. We'll see. Well, I've got a 2-can kit anyway, so which way to go down? Is it one way fair? Yeah, it must be that little nub in there which presses on this, I imagine. Yeah, it must do. So that's the face, that's the down for the face on it. So put these in the order roughly. Take them apart that way. So in here we've got a little float bowl, not a little float bowl, saying it again, a little needle. If I can zoom, I need to zoom in on that a bit. So it looks like we've got a tiny screw which holds a little needle in. Oh, popping up that is. See if we can see this from my fat fingers. So that will screw out. And there it comes. Tiny little levery thing, a spring, and the float needle itself. Chin little one. I'm hoping I've got the right kit. That looks very similar, doesn't it? Yeah. But at the end it looks slightly different colour. I presume they've both got rubber tips on. So let's get a little filter out, shall we? Now out of there, need to find something to pick it out with. Let's have a look. So, there you come. Awkward little sod. There we go. Doesn't look particularly dirty again. So, yeah, I expect that's, if that was blocked, then we won't get any fuel third at all. You've also got, in the kit, it looks like we've got all these bits here. We have two flow needles, well, these little bits, which I presume are to go in there. Plate, do you take those off? There's your new gauze. Let's have a look at this in comparison. This is the new one. Which is obviously very soft. This one's definitely harder. You can hear it. A slight creak there. Anyway, I'm going to have a quick look to see if I will need to take this out. I mean, it's just a blanking plug, yeah, which will, I guess, because you need a special tool to get that out. It's like a punch and pull, and that one I don't think I saw them take that one out. Let's give it a clean, and if there's still a blockage, then it's going to need some carb cleaning through that, etc. Anyway, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to clean this off. I'm going to get some like Scotch-Brite, fine Scotch-Brite, and get the rest of these gaskets off here. Okay, this one's alright. And then spray some carb cleaner inside, and I'll be back in a mo. Made in China. I just realised you couldn't see what I was doing on camera then. I was too zoomed in. What I was doing, I was comparing this, the old diaphragm, with the new one, which is much, it's really soft and supple. It's hard to tell when it's not sandwiched between all these thingies, but there's not a lot of movement in this one. Not a massive amount. So we'll see. And I'm going to clean that carb. Okay, so I've cleaned the carb. I've sprayed through all the apertures, making sure it's got it in one end and it comes out the other, or wherever it's routed. It's nice and clean now. And this cover, I've cleaned all the gasket off there. Been very delicate with it actually, because I'm not sure if you can see this. I'll zoom in. But there are tiny little, look here, there's a little, that's not just leftover casting. Those little ridges are actually designed to make a seal. Okay, to make a specific seal. So if you go too heavy-handed at, you know, with like sandpaper or something stupid, or even, you know, like on the other side, I used like a Scotch pad, a very fine one, to get rid of the gasket. Can't do on here, otherwise you might risk taking that off, and then this bit's buggered then basically. So that's all clean as well. I've just been looking through all the different gaskets in the kit. Let me zoom out a bit. All the different gaskets in the kit, so just to work out what's right for this. What's right for this machine? Sorry, this carb. And I've got them all laid out in the order that I need them. So start building. So first thing I want to do is I'm going to start on the float side. Not, I keep saying float, don't I? It hasn't got to be a float. So used to carbs with floats. Okay, So I'm going to replace the little needle. It's a bit fiddly, this one, so I can do it whilst on camera. So new needle. You can't really see it, but it's actually, I think it's actually got a little rubber end on there. Okay, so needle. It goes in its little. Let's put a little thing in there first. Little thing there, and then got the spring in there. Needle on there. And this whole bit goes in there, get screwed over the hand, the little screwdriver. So it's all got to get compressed. It's what easy to do without the camera in my face. It's a fiddly little thing. I'll walk on the other side and do it so I can get my hands out of the way. Okay. And put that pin in a bit. To go down. Put that screw in. Okay, don't undo. Okay. There you go. And there we have up and down. Okay. That's in there. I'm sure I read that to adjust these, this pin here, the bit which takes needs to be flush with this body, and that is nowhere near it. I mean, was the old one? It's got the wrong one in here. That's completely flat. Is that bent out? Just need to double check this. So I just did a bit of research and I found, I must have understood it wrong last time, but the little lever for the pulsey thing, so it needs to be flush with this surface here, which it is. Okay, so this bit's in place. Now I'm just going to pop that little screen in the other side, and then we can button it up both sides. So it goes here. The new little screen I've got is just to my side here, which I can. It could be quite fiddly, but let's see. Oh, this is a roughly sort of size, so I'm just going to pop it in with that. Slightly off there. Will it go around? Nope. Come on, you swine. awkward little thing. I guess if you had maybe a drill bit that exact size, it might help. No, that's not going in straight. It just going this flat, doesn't it? So I need something. What can I use? That's in. I'm just being very gentle with this. Make sure it's sort of seated down in there. I don't think it's completely flat at the bottom, so it's quite deceiving. I'm just going to line it up so it looks like it's lined up at least on the outside edges there. Again, I expect walbro have a tool for this to put this in, but we're in now. I'm happy with that. Okay, so let's put on, using my old one as a guide. That's why it went on that way first. So it's the gasket that goes on first. Like so. Oopsie. And then this with the bit facing down. That what presses on there, you see. So on there as well. And then I believe that little hole went towards this side, I believe. That on there. It's much more springy, this one. I got my little screws to put in, which I'll do from the other side because easy for you to see me that side. The pros and cons of magnetic end screwdrivers. Sometimes they sort of jump towards the end of the screwdriver before you want them to. Sometimes taking them out of the hole, you just carefully put them in. Whoa. Okay. Snug, 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 snug. All on. So, moving to the other side. Obviously that goes towards there. Now, again, using the other old one as reference, this gasket was stuck to that side. So I'm going to pop, which way was it? That's there, wasn't it? Yeah, because they go over the holes there. So it's going to be gasket on first, lining up with their little holes. Okay. And then the little reed valvey thing. Yeah, like so. in those little bits. Then that is going to sandwich on here. Yep. Oh. On the other side. Okay, so I just locked this lever up like it would do with a choke on, and that brings the throttle out of the way, so it's easy to get this on, like so. But it's not actually physically touching it there, otherwise you're playing about with that screw getting in the way. Alright, big old screw. There you go. And we are snug down. There we go. So, everything's lined up. So I'm going to just have a go at refitting it now, and hopefully we shall get this little lady running. Just on a note of adjusting screws, I thought originally they were blanks, but they are not. They have like D-shaped screws, which I believe you can buy a D-shaped screwdriver specifically for that task of adjusting those. So, which I may have to buy. Let's see how this runs when it's back together. Okay. Okay. Right then, so she's back together. Let's give them squirts. Where's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's filled up, it's cool. Bit of choke. Ready? Oh, turn it on. Come on, you bugger. Ooh. She wants to, doesn't she? Ooh. Not the easiest thing to start, was it? Okay. I guess you might need to, on the low side, maybe it's a bit too lean, hence why it's hard to start. We'll see. I can't see any other leaks or anything. But how should she start now? She's a little bit warped, you know? Oh dear. let it warm up a bit, then come back. At the moment it seems like it's running quite lean. I need to adjust these, but I haven't got an adjuster's screw for it, so there you go. Okay, so you join me again. It's probably a couple of weeks later now. I've not been able to work on it because it's been horrible weather in the UK and I've been waiting on some bits. And the bits I've been waiting for are some more little fuel line and an adjuster for the D-shaped sort of high and low screws. I'm not sure you can see that. There you go. They all come in the post. So what happened last time was, it started up okay, it ran, I even chopped a bit of wood actually, but then I noticed that the revs were going up once it got quite hot, so I adjusted the throttle down to compensate for that, and the next time I went to start it, which I think was last video maybe, it wouldn't start. So on further examination I found, although it wasn't obvious, the pipe running from the primer to the carb, it looked like dry skin. It was sort of just like perished, and it must have been letting air in, and that was why it was running a bit lean and the revs were going high. So I now replaced that pipe and it starts okay, but now it doesn't rev. It bogs out. Okay. So, two things. Either, for some reason, I now need to adjust this high with the change in carburation due to the new thing, or I might have sucked some crap up through the carb and in that one of those filters that we looked at earlier on, which I cleaned. So let's see. I don't think there's any other leaks. Got new pipes all everywhere now. So let's see. Let's try to start you up, shall we? Right. Brakes on. This other way. On. Do 10 squirts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Choke on. Give it some beans. That's good. Choke off. Choke off. There we go. So I had to richen up quite a lot. It was on really lean. I believe that's the way it works. It was quite all the way in, quite all the way in. So it's out quite a lot now on the high circuit. But you might notice then it was revving slightly higher. I'm not without actually like a digital rev meter that I can put on the flywheel, for example. I don't know what this machine should rev to. I don't want it to rev too high, but that sounded about right then. I think there's a slight bit of a. Anyway, I'm going to get this warmed up now and do some fine patching. So there you go. She starts up easy, cuts really well, We know the oiler works because it's sprayed all over my floor. So, to recap, this cost me 16 quid off eBay. This tool cost about £2.50, posted from Amazon. Okay, a bit of pipe, which I got a lot of it, so you could do about 3 or 4 small engine machines with this. That was like £2.50 delivered off eBay, and along with the carb kit, £2 something off eBay delivered. So what we're looking at, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So all in all, a working chainsaw, 25 quid. Good, isn't it? So there are bargains to be had. I'm happy. Now I've got to clean this mess up.